Tēnā koutou katoa, good evening everybody. My name is Andrew Little, and I want to begin first of all by thanking you all. This has been a pretty tough year for us, a hard year, and in the end a pretty disappointing result for us. But it's a testament to your dedication and commitment and to the spirit of this great party that so soon after that election and the events of election night, you're prepared to turn out to be part of this very important democratic process for this great party. So thank you for doing that, because this is important, as my fellow leadership contenders have pointed out. New Zealand's values are Labour's values. They are the values of looking out for each other, looking after each other, doing things together, solidarity you might say. Labour's values are about making sure no one is left out and no one is left behind. That's what we stand for. That's what we've always stood for. But the truth about New Zealand today is that growing numbers of people are being left out and are being left behind. We have nearly a quarter of a million children living in poverty, living below the poverty line, turning up to school with empty bellies and not being able to learn. They are being left behind. And we have situations in our workplaces now where growing numbers of working people are dependent on multiple jobs, part-time jobs, low-paid jobs, insecure jobs, just to make ends meet. They are being left behind. This is not the New Zealand that we ever expected, and nor is it the New Zealand that we should accept and tolerate. And we have another major challenge as well with us we're about to face, and that is about the future world of work. Technology is going to rapidly change the nature of work, the availability of work, and what people do. And if we are to confront that challenge, as well as the ones we have right now, then we need a government that takes work seriously. It sits at the centre of so much of what people do. The way people learn, or whether or not people learn, determines whether or not they can fulfil their dreams and their ambitions. But for so many people, their dreams are, well, they don't even have dreams anymore. So many people now, young people on reasonably good incomes, who no longer aspire to owning their own home because it's just so far out of reach. That's the New Zealand we've got today. There's only one political party in our political system that takes these issues seriously and actually works to make sure that people do get ahead, that they don't get left behind, and that they don't get left out. And that's the New Zealand Labour Party, our party. The party who we've worked so hard for this election, and the last election, and the election before that. But the truth is, we're not getting elected. We're not in government. And because we're not in government, we won't see those issues being properly addressed. But if we want to be in government, the reality is that after 3 successive defeats and a still declining vote, we have to make change. We have to get our house in order. We have to fix the machine because it's not working. There's 2 or 3 areas I think we need to address pretty soon. The one is first is about caucus cohesion. We need to be communicating effectively and acting cohesively. The other is about the party. We need the party organisation to be the best it possibly can. We need a party organisation where all parts of it, the voluntary parts, the paid parts, are talking to each other and effectively. Because we need to run a good party vote campaign in a way that maybe we haven't for the last few elections. And then we need to harness the great resource and capability that are our affiliates. 30 or 40,000 working people as part of our affiliates. But we don't use them in a way that we could if we were an effective machine and an effective operation. I'm standing for the Labour Party leadership for 2 principal reasons. Firstly, I have led significant change in a large organisation. When I took over at the EPMU, our largest private sector union, we were an organisation in 3 parts. Some people weren't talking to each other. The organisation wasn't coordinated. People just went off and did what they liked. I made the organisation one organisation. I gave it a single purpose that it organised to and worked under. And I turned it into a high-impact organisation. I nurtured the talent that we had, and I brought in new talent and made it an organisation that was the envy of the Labour movement, and indeed of many others. So I have done change. The second reason I'm seeking the Labour Party leadership is because of what drives me. What has driven me in every job I've had as a lawyer, as a union leader and as an MP. And that's about justice. Actually, it's about injustice. I cannot stand injustice. And when I talk about injustice, I'm talking about when the powerful take advantage of the weak. And we have a society and a country where increasingly we are allowing the powerful to take advantage of the weak. The economically powerful, the privileged, taking advantage of those who don't have that privilege and that power. And it sticks in my craw, and it's wrong, and it is against every Labour principle that we all know. And so I want to take that drive and my energy and turn Labour around and give it the same unifying single purpose in the way that I did with the EPMU, and give it to the Labour Party. To nurture the talent that we've got, and let's face it, we've got great talent in our caucus. You only had to see those maiden speeches yesterday and know my caucus colleagues, as I know them, as we all know them, to know we've got a huge depth of talent, and use that to take us forward. We have to regain New Zealand's trust, and we will do that when we are talking about New Zealanders' issues, when we are standing alongside them, helping them fulfil their ambitions, when we are talking not just about what is wrong, but also what is right. If we want to fix child poverty, if we want to address the future world of work and the major challenges that that brings to us, we have to be in government. We need a leader that will get us there. I am that leader. Thank you.